Hi, Dr. Heather here with Sozo Health. I wanted to go through some quick but effective ways that you can massage your wrist and your hand on your own. So we're going to be talking about various locations. So these are your flexor tendons here. We're also going to go through some extensor tendon massage and then massage on the radial and ulnar portion of the hand and wrist. So this technique is called pin and stretch. So let's work on this side first. Let's say you have some pain on the radial aspect of the wrist. Maybe it's going into the thumb. I think a very effective way to massage that would be to pin the area down and then stretch away from it. So that's why it's called pin and stretch. So you can also kind of cock the wrist towards the thumb side, really get in a nice pin there, and then stretch away. And then you'll see how I'm working my thumb through this area. So right here, we're trying to affect the extensor pollicis tendons and the abductor pollicis. So those are these tendons in this region here. So we're pinning them down and then we're stretching away from that pin. Talking about the extensor tendons here, we can do the same concept. We're gonna pin and then stretch away from that pin. So starting in a little bit of wrist extension, then you place your thumb there and then go into wrist flexion, kind of following up into the forearm as well, like that. And then if we're gonna be concentrating on maybe wrist pain in those flexor tendons, then we wanna pin in a little bit of wrist flexion, place the thumb there, and then extend away, just providing a gentle massage through those tendons. Same concepts apply when we're talking about the ulnar wrist. So going into a little bit of ulnar deviation, pin, and then stretch away. So we're just trying to really create a good stretch through those tendons. You can, simply just stretch in these directions as well. But if we apply that pinning aspect, it allows us to get a really deep stretch kind of from the tendon itself versus the entire length of that muscle. Generally speaking, I do not recommend massage cream or lotion. I think getting a little bit of skin drag is helpful to really get a good stretch out of these areas. But this is kind of what that looks like in all those directions. All aspects of the wrist. You can even follow that up into the forearm a little bit. So maybe pin here and then really work into the forearm, pin here, and really work into the forearm. So it just really depends on where your discomfort is located for where you're going to concentrate this type of massage. Hopefully that's helpful.